welcome back to another episode of Love and Life, where we have real conversations about love and real life. I am your host, Tony B, and I have with me my co-host, my family, right here beside me, my better half, my boo. What up, B? He ain't get it yet.
Man, that handshake changed up every episode.
She said he didn't get it yet. MB, what's up?
What's going on, good looking people? How y'all doing out here? We about to get this thing started. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. She had some happy juice.
Yes.
Let's show them the hand. Let's show them the handshake.
She don't look like she got.
You got it. Yeah. Damn. You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
L Boogie.
That kindergarten handshake. Some haters.
Boy.
What's up, family? El Boogie in the building. Let's get it.
Hey, bitch.
And Bad
Yeah.
Girl right here with them. How y'all doing, family?
Now let's see that handshake down there.
That's that handshake.
Works every time.
Yeah, let's get it.
No mistaking, no messing up, nothing.
So nobody had no drink. So
We already, I think before we came on set, we were toasting it up. So
You know I had mine. I'm going to stick to it. And whenever you ask me what I'm drinking, it's always Tito. Always Tito.
Handmade vodka.
Handmade vodka. Yeah.
we got to call Tito.
all right, I'm gonna move to the quick question, but I'm putting a twist on mine.
Here we go.
A twist on a quick question.
There we go.
So I'm going to go to everybody and ask them. You could talk it, you could rap it, or you could sing it. But I want you to give me a line of a song of how you feel about your spouse. And then I'll ask one person to elaborate why they chose that song.
That may take a second because it's so many songs, but I'm thinking because yeah. Let me see.
They should know.
I'm gonna start with Lady T. You don't have to sing. You can rap, talk it, whatever. If you want to sing,
Well, how about just give a title?
no. That's just my question. You give the verse or a line of the song. A line of the song. Rap it, talk it, sing it, whatever it is.
Whatever you feel like.
Oh, I got mine. Yeah, go ahead. But I got mine. 'Cause I didn't know if you might have had it. But I got mine came to my mind. But go ahead, Lady T. My bad. I apologize.
As you should. They don't understand me. My thing would be, I ain't gonna sing it, but I stand firm on this song because this thing does something to my soul, right? And it's all because how we initiated this whole platform. Tell me what they know about our love. Sing it. Oh, she can speak it. I can speak it. I ain't gonna sing it. Tell me what they know about our love. That song hits so deep, it makes my blood boil because
Sweat.
It make you mad?
it don't make me mad, but it's so relatable. It's so
make you
relatable.
sweat.
And I mean, that's just like every couple I think have a song that they can relate to that identify what they got, their union with each other, and that just does it for me.
I didn't ask you to. I
Mariah
said sing
Carey.
a line of the song, and I didn't pick you to elaborate on it. What's your line of the song that reminds you of your husband?
I want to sing it, but I can't.
Don't sing it, just talk it.
Rap it.
Say it.
Talk it.
Got everybody way up in our business.
I don't think that's a line from now. You talking about John B?
Nah. This about
It's
the dream.
Mariah Carey and the Dream. Tell me what they know about our love. My love, our love. I can't sing it, but it's just, like I said,
Okay,
Okay.
She going into explanation. Go ahead, MB.
It's the same thing because that song, like she said, it hit a spot. Because
That's your song too.
Yeah, that's that. Jump.
What's
When
the
I turn
line
that
in the
thing-
song that is grabbing? Talk it. Just tell us.
I gotta hear that mother. Do
I
I need
hit
to
it
pull
for.
it up?
I
and-
said for me. It's me personally. It's like
it's this overall song, period.
um.
It ain't just a certain line. It's the overall song.
It's
Period.
a
song.
It's a song. It's a verse in a song where it says, "People are in your business. However, they don't know the connection that we have internally, and because of that connection internally, it's like others on the outside looking in, they can't understand it. So it's pretty much our story to a certain degree, where it's our story. So it's like our national anthem to a certain degree. Like I stand firm with that's like Black Power
Yeah.
to me. Like
That's just like when everybody get up and stand up and sing the national anthem for the flag. That's what it is.
Okay. Smiths, can y'all follow directions, please? And
Yeah,
just tell me.
Well, I know I have mine, and I'm
Okay.
gonna give you a little bit.
Okay. That's it?
No.
Me.
You are my lady. You're everything I need and
they
more.
said Frank Josh was gay.
You are my lady. You're all I need and more. That's it.
I like that. I like
That's
it.
my lady. She's everything I need and more.
Okay.
That's it.
Bad girl.
So it's so many. Like I said, I was just telling him it's so many songs, and I'm just trying to think of the one that fits him best or fit our relationship best. And I guess the one, like there are two that really come to mind, but I guess the one that stands out the most is probably the
Let's hear it. Don't.
I'm
You don't mind singing. Tony B should have prepped us better. Because
ain't
we
no
could have been
prepping
able to come with the lyrics.
It's hot in here. That's
No.
I'm just messing with
You better not.
Oh,
Sweat dripping all over my body.
Nah, I'm just messing with y'all. But like most of the songs that it's so many. Lord, I'm high.
You turning into your sister over here.
Because I'm trying to think of the best one to describe our love. So there's one song that comes to mind all the time, and it's Kendrick, Family Soul. And, you know, so many times you could have walked away, but I didn't have to say a word to convince you to stay, 'cause you know and I know that this thing is real. So we continue to love, and our love grows
Look at my
deeper
brother over
still.
there.
Each day a moment gets better at this.
You about to make me cry.
So that's probably the one that comes, but it's so many.
I like that. I like that. I like it.
Yeah, I like that too.
Brother
They the
B.
singers down there, y'all. If y'all don't know, they can sing.
shit.
We can't do all that singing and stuff. They the
Well,
singing.
Oh, well, we about to go in the bag right here. We already. This the
have-
music man.
I have a few, but one that sticks out and it's gonna always stick out is "Loving You" by the OJ's.
You have to say it's verse or
Okay.
song or talk it or.
When it first come on, he says, "Loving you has made my life much sweeter, baby. Yeah, baby, since I got you, everything is alright.
All right, all right. That's a good one, B.
Everything is alright."
Might get you something tonight, man.
What's your song?
Y'all went deep. I was saying, like, let me
This what you asked for. This what you
This is
asked
what you
for.
asked for. The twist. Lord.
I'm trying to think of the line.
Damn, how you had a long time to think about that? You should have been prepared.
No, because there's a lot of songs I switched
Pick
up at
one.
the last
Pick
minute.
one.
It's a lot of
Pick
it's
one.
a lot.
You should have had this since you.
Yeah,
You
I
should.
got
Hey,
another one.
You should. You should have
'Cause I
did your
can't,
research.
All right, I was gonna do because we y'all already know LCD, but I'm not gonna do that one. So I'm gonna do
You want?
it's so
This supposed-
amazing. That's my song.
this supposed
so
to be a
amazing.
quick question.
I cannot sing, so I'm not even
So
gonna try.
Amazing by Luther Vandross.
So amazing to be loved. I follow you to the moon and the sky above.
Okay.
I got another one though.
I believe
I
I
got another one. I do got another one.
got another one
I do
too.
got another one.
Me too.
I got
MB.
so many songs, but I'm telling
He
you,
do his, or she just. He said.
Well,
it's like that's like our anthem.
So
You know
y'all,
what I'm saying?
y'all
But you know what I said.
No,
You
yeah.
say it all over again.
Listen,
Yeah.
they have a soundtrack to their love.
Yeah.
That we'll discuss y'all soundtrack later.
Go ahead,
Y'all
Mike.
heard
I'm
what
gonna
I
let you
said.
ask since you.
Y'all gonna leave out
Hey,
alone.
this supposed to be a quick question, y'all. Come on, let's go.
You know, ain't not gonna never be quick. We gonna
I'm gonna
keep it
leave him
going.
alone. Go MB.
Y'all know
Go
what I
ahead,
said.
Mike.
Nah,
We still gotta get MB his own song.
that Kim one, I cannot stop loving you. By Kim, that's my joint right there.
You
Like,
can't
when
stop loving her.
Yeah, I can't stop loving her. When I'm riding, I listen to that joint. It just put me in a good mood and had me thinking about it. Even though she get on my nerves
Till you
sometimes.
get home.
but, nah, and when I get home, but that
I'm
joint
just
right there
messing
is
with you.
like, wow, like
Yeah.
damn.
That's your song.
That's my
it.
song.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
some
That's
songs
one
that
right there.
really make you, realize
relatable.
yeah,
It's
what
so
you have.
relatable.
And,
I got one more and then
no,
we gonna
No,
go.
talk
no, you ain't got one more.
no.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, let's get it started.
Let's go.
Let's get it started.
That was a good
So
one.
that was okay. So the topic for today is. I'm gonna go ahead and hand it over to the Smiths so they can tell y'all what our topic is.
No, you could have said what the topic
I'm gonna
was.
let them go.
Okay.
I got let them go.
So
Okay.
the topic for today is. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Forbidden love. Forbidden love. Who's off limits? Is there anyone?
Yeah.
Is there anyone off limits?
Yes.
Yes.
Should
Yes.
be. But it should be, but maybe
So
not.
I think the way that this topic came about, I won't tell you where it came from, but anyway. So the question, there are several questions on the table. So is there anyone off limits? So there are various scenarios. One being dating or getting involved in a relationship with the spouse or the girlfriend or whoever of a that drink I had before I sat down, a deceased friend.
Okay, let me say this. I know we're not gonna say any names, so this is what it is. It was a young lady who had a guy she dealt with for years when they was teenagers. He had
Children.
yeah, and they also had children. The guy that she dated had a good friend that all of them grew up together, but that was his buddy as well. The guy passed, the baby father passed away. The best friend started dating the young lady, so now they're a couple. Are they? Was she? Yeah, was she wrong about that, or
Was he wrong about
or
it?
was he wrong, or is it okay? Forbidden love. Is it okay to date someone? I guess kind of in your circle in a sense.
Please. I want to hear what you
When-
have to say, brother B.
When we heard that, I didn't know that the guy was deceased, And when it came to me, I was like, that's wrong right there. Those people shouldn't be doing that. But when I heard that the guy was deceased, I was like, well, it's still not good, but he probably would have wanted them to the date knowing that maybe she in good hands with that guy.
It's a possibility.
You know what I'm saying? But
Well, from my understanding,
from
I'm
the-
the devil's
from the-
advocate.
from
I'm gonna be the devil's
Okay,
advocate.
hold on, devil. Hold on, devil.
Hold on, devil.
From the outside looking in, it looks kind of bad. I wouldn't date a friend's ex or no kind of way. But once we kind of like heard her story, and that the dude was passed away, I was like, okay, well, you was free to date whoever you wanted, but it just don't look good. All right.
So, optics. Okay, go ahead, Lady T. What if you wanna?
So I was just gonna throw a little twist in because it was a lot of details that was given in this scenario, and if my memory serves me correctly, there was some attraction that the two had prior to the deceased passing, right? And once the deceased got whiff of this and, noticed that there was some connection, both parties immediately in their connection cut it and stated that, hey, we can't do this. So I just want to know, based off of what you gave, it probably don't look right, but however it look, it is what it is.
Yeah.
What makes that so much of a difference if it's alive versus deceased? Because if the connection is there and it's us against the world, what changes that?
Well, to me, if the guy was still alive, they wouldn't have done it, right?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. What I got from one party was no. But I mean, I just feel like what is it wrong? Can you control the connection? And if you can or cannot, who makes that determination if it's something that both parties pursue?
And it's
Apparently, if both of them must be pursuing it if they in it.
not to cut you off, love, but also the baby mother and the baby father, they hadn't been together for years prior to him passing away.
Correct.
So kind of think about that also. It wasn't like they were a couple. They wasn't even together. So when he passed away,
That's,
Yes.
Open ground.
it's no for me. It's no open ground. I don't care how the way you clean it up is no, because at one time in their life they all was together. So that make me would think like, what's really going on? Y'all doing things behind my back, or that's a lot of sneaky, conniving things.
But you
going
did.
on. No, I'm not talking about far as wise. I'm not talking about far as wise you being dead, but I'm just talking about
Not only that, you're no
overall.
longer relevant.
No, I'm talking about for the people that's in that circle. That's real.
Do you consider it to be disrespectful?
It's disrespectful and you sneaky, because that right there put me in the mindset like you would do anything.
Well,
You would do anything.
I
if that
don't
type-
agree with that. I don't agree with
Nico
that.
Hardy friends and I deal with your woman. I don't care if you deceased, you gone away from me. Like I really don't have your best interest. That's how I look.
You
at
don't have whose best interest?
my friend, the person who considered supposed to be my friend.
Your friend don't have no interest.
Huh?
He did.
No, so let me
This
say
is what
this.
I'm saying.
So let me
This
say
is
this
what I'm saying.
because
Before y'all, because I'm dead serious. If you're dead, alive, whatever the case is, me and you at point we was friends.
Yeah.
That just don't look good for me to be dealing with your woman. I don't care if you dead or alive. That don't look good at all. I'ma stand on that.
Yeah.
That don't
that's
look
just-
good at all. Nah.
So
That-
it's a
that put me in a-
street code.
It ain't got nothing to do with no street code, none of that. That's be taking the street out of it. It's just certain things that you have to stand on as being a man, woman. You have to stand on something, and that's one thing that you
That you
just
don't cross
do.
the line.
Just don't cross that line.
Okay.
Nah.
I can respect that.
Okay.
And that's MB's opinion.
Go
He's
ahead.
Standing on that.
Go ahead, Tony B. What you think?
I don't have no opinion.
No, you
Why
gotta
you
have some.
So
You gotta
I,
have
you
some
ain't no
opinion.
opinion
I
on
didn't
it.
have one that night, and I don't have one because I just don't
Okay.
want to
All right, well, let me-
So I don't
let-
want to get too.
It's not
I don't want to
judging, it's
get
just
too
giving your
involved in
opinion.
that particular
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
It's
Just in general.
It's in general. So I don't want to give like I'm not trying to give all the
Yeah.
details of somebody's situation, but yeah, because they shared it with us and wanted to get our opinion on it. But so I'm not trying to put her out there like that. But I had mixed feelings on it. I would be one to say that yes, you don't cross that line. You know, I couldn't see me doing anything with anybody that any of my friends have been involved. Not only marriage, any if they even had a liking for somebody, even if they were never in a relationship, to me they're off limits for me. But hearing some people's stories, it kind of makes me think about my stance on things. And when sometimes the package in our happiness package is not packaged the way that we think it's supposed to be.
Right.
It doesn't look like what everybody thinks the package supposed
Should
to
be.
look like. So it kind of puts me on pause because in speaking with this person, you can just see the joy and the happiness that this person is bringing to her. And so who am I to judge that? Who am I to stand in the way of that? Who am I to say that that's wrong?
Right.
So it's I'm kind of like I don't know which way. Before that, I would say absolutely no, but I hadn't had that perspective. I hadn't seen that side of it. I've only seen situations where I was looking in, had gotten some information, but never had that personal conversation to understand how somebody really felt and where they were coming from. I just was outside judging. It was like, oh, that's they nasty. They wrong as fuck.
As a lot of people typically do.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Hold up, ladies. I think LB wanted to say something.
Oh, no.
Oh, go ahead. She got the floor.
I know. I was just gonna piggyback off of Bad Girl. It's a touchy situation because again, in hearing the heartfelt love and the positivity that came out of what was being given to us when that story was shared, it was like, okay, follow your heart, But on the same token, I think we still get caught up in what our morals consist of and what people think and how we going to be judged. And I'm the last to judge because a lot of people still stand firm on not dealing with someone that's married
That's forbidden love. But go ahead before I.
and dealing with someone that's married, and that's my story. So I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about it because if I had thought about the things that people had to say, if I had thought about the things that people felt or applied to how they dealt with everyday life situations, I don't know where I would be.
preach.
So, to each his own, follow your heart and do what's best for you.
Yeah, that's why. I mean,
Wow.
That's why I don't have no opinion. What it is, you do what you do. I mean, 'cause nobody knows why you are doing what you're doing. Like why you made that decision to pursue that relationship. So, but going further.
And not to cut you off, but I mean, a lot
Yes,
of
it
times,
is to cut her off.
It's a cut off, but I'm sorry. A lot of times we get so caught up and not really understand what God has in store for us.
Absolutely,
right?
that's what I'm saying.
And we get so in this mindset, and it's nothing
what
against
everybody else
MB
think.
because he's at. I think
And
more
that's-
so. I think more so for MB, it's a code. It's a certain
Man code.
man code,
Yeah.
and it's respectable, right? But at the end of the day, do you miss out on what the man
Well,
above?
I'll be missing out. Goddamn. I will be missing out.
But that's his prerogative.
That's
I
what
will
he's
be
standing
missing
on. That's
out.
what he believes, and that's his right.
Right.
But we just talking about that situation. I want to expand forbidden love. Like, what else do you consider forbidden love? Not just that particular situation. Do you like? I know Lady T brought up marriage, but is it other things
Absolutely.
that's
Forbidden.
forbidden?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, like she said, dealing with a married individual.
So
But
do we
it's-
give that person, do we give that person the same grace we gave in the other situation? We don't know why they was doing. Are we giving them that grace? Like if somebody decides to have an affair with a married man or woman, we don't know why they making that decision, right? So are we allowing them that same grace that we said in this previous? I'm just being devil's advocate.
And see, and with it all, it was tricky. We just spoke on this individual saying at the end of the day, that person has to do what makes them happy. So who to say, as a single person messing with somebody married, that married person is the person who make them happy. They don't care about that they're with somebody, but that person is the person that makes them happy. So why should we judge them?
What?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, why should we?
Really?
I mean, I know why we should judge them, but if that's the person that makes them happy,
So some
Who are
woman
we?
show up and say you make them happy.
who are we to judge?
He got a valid point.
I'm
I'm
just-
only speaking on it from experience. Again,
So you're
when you
saying-
say someone that's single that's dealing with a married person, again, we've shared our story. We have shouted it from the mountaintop. And was it off limits to other people? Did we have people look at it and say, oh, it wasn't going to last because both parties are wrong and they out of line? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I still resort back to what do they know about what we have?
Well,
me
what I would
ask
say
this.
on
Go
that,
ahead, I
I'm
got
sorry.
another
What I would say, what I know about your love or what I know about your relationship, I mean, I would say that it's a little different. So it's not that you were a single woman messing with a married man, or that he was a single man messing with a married woman. You guys, although both married, were separated and were in the midst of divorcing or whatever your situation.
that's
You
totally
weren't
different.
together.
that's
That's
totally
totally. I think that that's a difference.
It's a difference, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think
people
that
look
there's-
at-
It's a big
At
difference.
one point in my life, I had made it within a definite within me saying that was off limits to me. Or you look at people, or you hear stories about people dealing with guys or females that are in a relationship, whether they're together or not with the person, the spouse. Once you hear that married title, you automatically form an opinion in a negative way. Because you look at it,
Absolutely.
they got papers on, regardless, you know, it's like, okay, clean that situation up first before you can say that you boyfriend, girlfriend, or in a relationship. So some people don't want to hear that part that my scenario is different.
So let me ask this. I'm glad you said that because I was going to ask this question. What makes, so let's say, and that's why I take a stance on that I try not to judge no more because I was a judgy Judy and then based on, and I'm not, we all have a past. I have a past. I did shit in the past And then I,
Boy, this
I think about, the things that I may have done, and I say, well, I try to move from judgment. But what's the difference? And I'm asking, I might pose this to MB, where you say that somebody was married. You said you was married on paper. I don't even. Let's take you. Like she said.
Get him, Tony B.
You know what I'm saying?
Please
That's
do.
I see it coming.
What's the difference between that and going back to the first story? What makes your situation any better? Oh, that's you. It's okay for me to do this, but you dead wrong for messing with that man, that boyfriend.
Because
and they wasn't even married.
you said the key. You just said the key
but
word.
I just want to know what's the difference.
Listen, you said
get
the
him,
key
girl. Get
word.
him. Get him, girl.
His friend. That's the key word where y'all missing. His friend. I don't know. I never knew her ex. She don't know my ex. Now it would have been a different scenario if it came down. Like even to this point, I stand on this. I couldn't talk to females that talk to dudes that me and them was cool. I can't do that. That's me. It ain't me judging it. That's just how the way
But
I
I'm not
operate.
even talking about
That's the
friendship.
difference.
I'm talking about the actual, because I don't even want to
Because-
say sin. The act. What makes this act any
Because
less-
you said the key
know what I'm
question.
trying to say?
The act
do.
is that
You
you
can't
said
win.
you said if they was friends. That's the key word of it all. They was friends.
And you were married.
I was in the marriage getting out of it.
But that's
And
a
we're not-
vow.
That's,
That vow that you took before God.
That's something totally different when it comes to friends. It's a different.
I
It's
just
a
want to know
different
the
when it
difference
comes
between
But
the
that's
act.
what you,
Because you
Both
did-
of them you said was like.
because the
I get-
act
I
is
see
the
what you're
act-
saying. I mean,
I get
I
what you're
get what you're
saying.
saying.
The act is that the deceased and the new guy, they was friends. They
Tight
grew
friend.
up together.
Tight.
They was friends.
they all grew up together.
They all grew up
Well,
together.
that's where the difference at right
So
there.
I want to pose a question.
Well,
So do you really honor your vows?
Say what?
We gonna move. We gonna move. We
That's-
not gonna do that.
yeah, because
Because
Vows mean
again,
death
we
do
not
you
gonna do
proud.
that. Cause don't do that.
That's what you
Vows
saying.
are death to do you proud. What
That's
this
what
shit?
you talking about honor your vows. What you talking about?
I'm saying, I think you gotta be. You gotta be.
but we're gonna leave that one alone because people
Yeah.
didn't honor their vows. I mean, because
But do you? I mean, when you
Tom.
some
say,
people do, some people don't.
Lady
Some people,
T.
if they're not together, they separated, but
It
they
is
still
what it
married.
is.
They
Yeah,
move on
it
about
is
their
what it
business,
is.
but the vows are still there. Where you say have some people who, I know somebody personally who was married and wife stepped out on them and they separated for like 3 years. They was apart, and for those 3 years he still honored his marriage. She moved on with her life, but until they got them papers, he stayed with his vows. He said he was honoring his vows to God. Until they got divorced, he didn't mess with another woman.
Yeah, that's some people.
Yeah, so some
people
people
do it.
honor their marriage. Some people,
But
once
that's-
they not together,
We not
the marriage
together.
is over.
One-
Yeah.
But who makes that determination?
You.
That that's
It's
right?
personal.
You.
We're not
Right.
saying it's right or
Okay.
But
wrong.
that's right. That's the
So
thing.
again-
I thought you was
I'm
asking them.
posing a question to
You.
MB, but I'm just still saying when I'm just not so quick to just cast a stone because I have
can't.
walked down that same path where
That's what
how-
you won't do. I'm different from y'all.
Wait a minute.
Y'all saying I'm being judgmental. That's y'all opinion.
No, I just say, I
That's
didn't
your
say
opinion.
personally you. I say I try to stay away from judging because
I'm not judging.
you
I'm
are
not
judging.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not judging. It's just what I stand
That's
on.
his
I just
opinion.
can't.
Well,
I
that's
cannot
just
mess
a judging
with.
opinion.
That's a judge.
And I'm judging his opinion by saying that's a judging opinion.
That's a
Well,
judge.
that don't make it right because I'm with him. I'm not gonna deal with nobody that my friend dealt with. That was his woman at one time. No, I don't want
But my
that.
thing is that forget about. Okay, let me take the. I'm gonna use two different other scenes. I killed. No, 'cause-
Yeah,
let me
don't-
think of
don't.
something now. Two different. Give me a
But
sin.
okay,
Or people
let
consider.
me
No sin is greater than the
Let me
other.
say.
That's what I'm
Stealing,
trying to say.
stealing.
So what makes
Well, we
a
sin
marriage
every day.
going betraying your
We sin
marriage
every
vows
day.
different from this person who wasn't even married to this deceased man?
Right.
I just had kids with you.
And a
What
connection.
is the difference between what you call, I'm going to say, even though it's not a sin, I'm going to use the word sin for lack of a better term. Sin. How can we weigh one sin against the other
Absolutely.
when you can't?
Right.
And
That's
that's my question. I'm not talking about she was wrong for messing with the man friend or not. I'm talking about the weighing of what says this one is less than that one.
right.
Is my question.
Why
That's
do
all
we
I'm
wait?
saying.
Why do we
Why-
put so much
why
more
we-
weight on one
Right.
situation?
Is all these what it is man-made laws because
Absolutely.
That
what
part.
one thing MB said he couldn't even mess with no one that his friends even mess
Okay.
with and I guess we were younger. But
I was
mean,
wondering when
we,
he was gonna
we-
tell
we-
the truth.
we were younger, and for me, I couldn't mess with nobody. You know, what I mean, I couldn't mess with none of my friends, females. You know, girlfriends or whatever that they dated. And then she brought up, well, you did it with me. So one of my good close friends, we was teenagers. They was talking, so it wasn't nothing serious. I look at it like I told her, he didn't hit, they didn't have sex, so it wasn't nothing. And she didn't look at it, or people may not look at it like that. So if I have a buddy and he dealing with a girl and they don't have sex and I get her, oh, that's nothing. I don't care if they was talking.
So you saying in that situation you wasn't wrong,
Fair
even
game.
though she was not
So
talking to
long
one
as
of
you're
your
not
friends.
intimate.
Yeah, if they was, I mean, because how many guys talk to girls and nothing happens? And so
Yeah.
you might be killing my blacks because y'all was just talking. This
So,
might be
but did you look at her
situation.
any different that she was talking to your
That was
friends?
his future
Oh,
wife.
no.
That was
No,
his
I'm
wife
just
then.
asking. So you be like, did you be like, well, let me try to talk to her, see if she gon' she gonna bite.
Well, I don't
This is
need,
the bullshit that come in the line.
I'm just
when
saying.
you apply a rule to make it feasible
No, that's
for
why I said
your
it's man-made.
situation.
No, that's why I said it's all man-made. All these, for
Right.
me, to say that I shouldn't do this, like, it's no way. I mean, it's really no judgment on either way. Whatever
It's not.
somebody do is really they
It's
business.
whatever they do.
Right.
Rather they sleep with their brother, sister, cousin, uncle, nephew, whatever, however they do it, that's their business.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, it
that
might be
ain't
wrong
it.
in our eyes, but who are we? Who are we to judge?
Now let's
That's
flip
all
it.
I-
Now let's flip it. Tony B, would you mess with one of your friends?
I did that.
You did.
I did that. And that's why I said I did some things my way I would not. That's why I wasn't saying in judgment. I did that when I was younger.
I'm talking about now.
Oh, no.
Now, I ain't talking
doesn't
about
matter
my
with
young-
now or back then.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't
It doesn't
do
matter
now, but
when.
Back then, when I was younger, I did. I probably was in what, my early 20s? Early 20s. Mid 20s. No,
It was early 20s.
Early 20s.
Yeah. It was
And
early.
I,
Yeah, it was early.
messed
20s.
with one of my friends. I don't even know if that was her boyfriend or whatever.
It was
but
her
she-
man.
That wasn't her man. That was
So
not
you
her
didn't
man.
really
That was
do
her
it 'cause
man.
that wasn't her man.
That
It
wasn't
was her
No,
man.
she asked
It was her man.
So she had two men.
Yeah.
So you was trying to help her out. You was trying to help her out.
So that wasn't her man. That wasn't her man.
You hear him talk about that about her man. Now he gonna take her side. He
But he just
he don't even know
if they even liked him.
Yeah,
He
nah.
wasn't having
No,
to show
I
no.
said they talk.
If they talked
talk,
to
they-
him, well, they did more than talk. Who, the girl? Or me? We did more than talk. Him and her.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They was
but
in
she
a
had-
full-fledged-
That wasn't her man.
They was in a full-fledged relationship, and at the end of the day, there was a friendship between you and the female.
Right.
So-
he said friend. I said, yeah, I messed
Okay,
with a
so-
friend's person.
Okay, so
Lord Jesus.
Hey, look.
I know.
so at some point, like again, at the connection that you and that individual may have had, was it boundaries that was crossed, or was it you following your heart?
I don't know back then. I don't know. I can't tell you. I just know I did it.
What? So to this, at this point in this current day and time, you feel like you was out of line.
Yeah.
Okay, so there
was
was
it different
boundaries
with
that
me?
were crossed.
Yeah, and I've said I
Yeah.
admitted that I said I was wrong for doing that.
Okay.
But that's my opinion. That's why I say I don't stand in judgment of people because nobody's slate is clean.
Right.
And
And
like,
that's
so
and
I don't-
I think me and you on the same page when it comes to that in particular. Like I just because of what it is that I went through in my life, I just don't. I'm very reluctant on what I speak on because I just don't. And I said previously, like a merge is a merge, but I find myself in a good place, a great place. So I can't really say if the other individual is wrong and cast a stone.
Yeah, I mean, for
I'm
me,
not- I'm not
I think for
casting
me,
no
and
stone,
to
I'm
answer your
telling you.
question, yeah, I did it. But for me, I think when you look back on your life, and like I said, I felt like I was wrong. I think that probably was one of the worst to me things that I've done. And we talking about this forbidden love or just period. How you think over your life? You're like, damn, tell that.
I didn't even think about
I
it.
don't-
Whenever I brought up the forbidden love conversation, I didn't even think about
Yeah, I
That.
think that was probably the worst thing I've
So why
done.
y'all ready to throw
Other
me into the river and everything?
No,
No,
you
because
said
I didn't
because
judge
I'm
you.
not judging it.
You said
I'm
that
not,
it was.
I'm not judging it.
You
I'm
are
just standing
judging.
on what I feel.
that's judgment.
I don't
but
think that's judging, Mike. I know where
Thank
you. I
you.
know where you going with that. Certain things you just don't touch.
So do you,
Certain-
okay. So okay, I'm gonna bring this up, and I'm just asking in general. Have you ever dealt with somebody in your family's person?
Me?
Hold on, say
You
that.
talking about me?
I'm asking.
Ask that
I
boy,
don't think
elaborate.
not.
Say that again.
Have you ever dealt with, and let's say it was a family member. Have you ever dealt with like your brother's baby mother? Have you ever dealt with your brother's anybody, your cousin, anybody?
No.
No for me.
No for me.
No, for me.
I did unwillingly.
I mean, if you didn't know, that's something different.
I keep getting surprised on this side. Oh my
I
lord!
mean, if he don't know,
The lights was off.
No.
Oh
So-
my lord! How do he not know?
No,
Unwilling.
listen.
unwilling,
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
So,
Okay, I
for
think I
me-
know what he's talking about. Tell
Man,
him.
I don't really want to throw my big brother under the bus.
Who's your big brother?
That's irrelevant. I have 5 brothers. I'm the youngest of 6 boys. But so I have
Larry, he just nasty.
so in other words,
He like family. Remember,
I-
he was messing with
I-
my cousin.
I dealt
My
with
cousin too.
I dealt with a young lady only to find out that my brother had dealt with her before I did.
see, you didn't know though.
So I didn't know.
But that's not. That's
Oh,
not.
you know
I
what?
didn't know.
I got piggyback. Yeah, I had that same situation.
Oh,
before.
see how
I didn't know.
Yeah, see, I ain't know, like you said, unwilling. I didn't know, but it happened. But once I found out, I was like, oh, nah, shawty, no, we can't do this.
But I'm gonna
Cut it
tell you
off
how.
to
Can I
me.
tell y'all how I found out?
She
No.
told you.
Nah. She didn't even know. She didn't know we was brothers or whatever. You know, me and my brother, age gap is
Big difference.
big difference. So, you know, back in the days, you know how you used to take the school pictures and you had the little wallet size jumps. My brother would get pictures from females, and just so happened under his mattress where he kept all his pictures, and I happened to see the picture of the girl that I was messing with under his damn mattress. What the fuck is she doing under your mattress? And what the hell is you doing messing with this youngin?
Wow.
Forbidden love right there.
Forbidden
That's
love.
another thing. Age.
Yeah,
Forbidden love.
I understand that one right
Yeah,
there.
so I didn't know. So I wouldn't if I knew he was messing with a female. Nah, I mean that's definitely that's off limits.
Yeah.
You talking about friends? Nah, you.
Okay, so.
So I posed this question to my son about friends you know, exes or friends being off limits, and
Go ahead. Nah, if you don't, I will. I mean, because she asked him the question about, have you ever dated any of your friends, female friends or whatever, and he said yes. So we like looked at him. He said, but he went to the friend and asked him for
What's up with her?
no, not what's up with him, but
Permission.
kind of
If it's
asked him,
cool.
I know this was somebody you mess with, and the friend gave him the blessing. So he messed with the girl.
I can
But-
respect that.
But she also asked, well, what if he would have said, nah, that's off? He said, because his friendship meant more than the girl, he would have cut the girl off.
And I can respect that. I can respect that to the fullest.
I like that.
Hey, I got a forbidden love for y'all. Sit up in your seats.
let me
This
sit up.
this guy I used to work with, his wife used to work with us too. And man, his wife had became cool. We would when we stopped at the stops we were going at, I would just speak to her, talk to her, how you doing? But I didn't know that was the dude's wife. So this other dude told me, he said, man, he gonna walk down here in a minute. I said, who is he? He said, her husband. I said, oh shit, okay, well, if he walked down here, he walked down here. So he walked down there, he spoke, he ain't say nothing enough. She got back in her truck, he got in his truck, I got in mine. So the dude called my phone and said, man, he very jealous about that woman. And you ain't gonna believe why. I'm like, well, why? Why he jealous? He was married to her sister. Divorced her sister and married her.
So why he jealous of her? She's the one should have a problem.
I mean,
Cause he's the one got a problem.
he was very jealous about her. Man, if we be on the ground talking to something, getting fuel, anything, here he come. He getting out that truck to come.
But you
see
know what
who
that is.
talking.
You know what that is.
He was
Calm.
Personal
insecure.
guilt.
Calm.
Yeah, guilty
yeah,
conscience.
Yeah, he
So he putting out on her what he did.
yeah.
What a lot of people
So
But-
she married her sister's ex-husband. Her
She
sister
married.
husband.
She married. He was her brother-in-law first. Her, then he married her.
And then that's off limits though.
That's
It's-
some. That's
Is
some.
it-
Forbid, that's some
Yeah, that's
forbidden
all.
love
So, I
right
think-
there.
Yeah, I mean,
wouldn't-
I know where you going. It's really off limits.
Especially if they
Yeah.
had kids. Like, come on.
But that part,
Lord,
that
have
that
mercy.
that part, I don't know. But I did.
Especially they got kids. It don't matter
Yeah,
if you
because
got kids or
they
not.
become cousins and
Yeah,
siblings.
that's what I'm saying. That's
It don't matter if you got kids or not. He
Right.
said especially if they got kids, meaning that's a number one.
not saying-
where it should be off limits from the jump.
It is.
Right, because see, you go from auntie to stepmother.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
Auntie, mommy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had any kids with the first wife or the second wife,
like that
but
happened.
that right there should not be.
So let me ask this for forbidden love, another twist, another scenario. Do y'all feel like a man that's 55 messing with somebody's
20.
daughter that's 22?
It couldn't be my daughter.
Oh my! Is that forbidden love?
It could
I
be my
believe
daughter.
so.
It'd be worse than forbidden love.
Why?
Because man, you let a dude 55 try to talk to my daughter. Watch what happens.
But if she
He
say,
won't-
look,
he may
look,
not make
but then-
56.
But then we just say them, well, not in the previous episode, that you got to stay out your grown kids' life, right?
it's a
Then we
difference.
say that.
22.
Okay.
You really you really haven't yet to begin to live yet. And if I let you, as your father, go over here with some nigga that's with some person that's
Individual.
older than me, and you man, are you
Okay,
crazy?
that
So
was
what if that's all she like, though?
So now I want to
Then
ask.
she
That's what
would-
she like. What if she don't like young guys?
Well, she
Right.
well
Don't bring
30,
around me.
30 is
that's a good number.
good number. But 55, this dude can't do nothing for you.
Okay, well, go ahead. And then
He can
I
pay
got
a rent.
follow up, babe. Go ahead,
He can
babe.
pay a rent.
No.
Go ahead, because
I was
this
gonna
is
say-
another scenario.
Okay.
Suppose that 21 years old, look, Dad, this is my life, my business. Stay over there where you live at. Cause this is my man, that's my sugar daddy.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it, but yeah, I would have to respect it because at the
Don't
end
bring
of the day,
that
they're
shit
grown.
around me.
Yeah,
Don't bring it around me.
I wouldn't like it at all, and I probably would do something to the dude.
What?
I don't know if I would.
I take that back.
It's what L Boogie said. What you say, the law of the land?
I wouldn't like it, but at the end of the day, I would. If they grown, I would have to, you know. But at the same time, though, I don't know if I would want it around me either.
I wouldn't want it around me. That's my thing. Cause you grown. I know when I was in my 20s, I felt like, oh, I'm grown, I'ma do me, and whoever don't like it, don't like it. However, there was still things that I kept out of sight and out of mind from my parents. So that's just what
But
it
why
is.
should somebody have to hide their love? Whether it be
shouldn't
a
have to.
55 or
That
You
right
shouldn't
there,
have to.
That right there, it's tricky.
You apply the law of the land to each situation or scenario that's feasible for you. And that scenario, don't bring that shit around me.
so that's forbidden love for you.
That's forbidden love for me. I don't feel like
Forbidden
I just don't feel like it's worms. And I don't feel like it's
It's
something-
what?
Worms. I don't feel like an older man can even. My thoughts on that is what it is, but I'm not open to that with my child. Okay, so don't bring it around me.
Go ahead.
I'm not open to
Did you
that.
have? You said you had a totally different scenario. MB, what's your thoughts? If your daughter say she's 21,
No, it go both ways. Not just for the for the daughter, it's for the young son too. It go both ways for me.
if a 55-year-old cougar talking about she want your 21-year-old.
Nah,
Yeah,
not gonna work.
That ain't gonna work. Don't
That
bring
ain't
that
gonna
shit to
work.
mine.
Right. You.
That's too much of an age.
I think that
difference.
y'all need to fall back.
Yeah, I'm
I'ma
fall back,
fall
keep
back.
it away.
I'm gonna fall back. All right.
I think
No,
that's
you wouldn't want no woman, 50 something or 30 something talking to your 20-year-old son.
I may not agree with it, but I would not say don't bring it around me. I don't want it. I would have to fall back and be like, you are an adult. That's your life. I'm a firm believer. Y'all heard me say this before. Let life be a person's teacher.
Yeah.
Let life be a person's teacher. Only thing I can say is, you know what? I really don't think, whatever I say, my opinion, and leave it at that. But I'm not gonna say don't bring it around me.
I'm gonna say don't do it, lady. Go ahead on. Go ahead on. Just go. It's somebody else's son that you might can get away with that with, or mister. It's somebody else's daughter you might can get away with that with, but not mine.
Not
I'm-
over
But
here.
you
I'm
can
the
not.
wrong
But if
true
your
love, though.
child
It might be
says
true love.
stay
It
out
might
of
be
their
true love.
business, it's nothing you can do.
There's plenty I can do.
What?
There's plenty I can do, but I already know how I would feel about that, because that much of a gap in there. It's a lot of things you gotta look at and factor into.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's just say 55, 21. That's what, 34
years, yeah.
Okay, 34 years. What in common
We
do
already
you
had.
do you
The
have?
55-year-old.
Yeah. What?
I mean,
yeah.
well, you never know.
Well-
I mean, it could be. I mean, with that, it's you really never know. Your 21-year-old can be mature. He or she may like older individuals. Maybe they dated their age group and they didn't like it. Maybe they went up a few years and didn't like it, and then they met somebody who was older, more mature, kind of settled on their level, because they, so
Okay.
it's.
That might be
and,
what they're
and, here-
level.
and here's my question: that person is 34 years older than you. What are you gonna do in 10 years? Are you gonna be changing the pens, or are you gonna still, or are you gonna go out and live
Well,
your
that-
life,
well,
be
that-
partying?
hey.
Are you willing
Exactly.
to become an adult care provider, babysitter, or
Well, that
whatever?
can,
But you don't
that
know
can happen
if-
at the same
right.
age. That can happen if both.
I'd rather it happen at the
both
same
parties
age.
40 years old
But
and
you
something
don't
happened,
want
then you
that.
might
We
have
know-
to
we
change.
know
Are
what
you
they-
going?
We know a couple that started out with that big gap. It was a party here, party here. But guess what? That older one started to slow down. Don't want to do the stuff that they started doing in the beginning.
Age
Now
matters.
it's like, oh, nah, I don't want to do this. I don't want to. But you was giving all that energy in the beginning.
Well,
Like,
they
it's
can't keep
too
that
much.
up.
Yeah,
Too
you
much of
do
an
what you
age
gotta
gap.
do to get somebody.
Viagra stop.
So I
working.
want to throw another one in there, another scenario very similar to the age gap, the 35, the 50 and the 21. What about a situation in which your child started dating a parent of one of your friends, of one of their friends?
Good God.
Somebody that they grew up around, they spent time around as
Look
a
at him-
child,
Look at him like an auntie.
that they was a child, and then once they were an adult, they started dating.
So that's kind of similar. Y'all should have the same stance on it. It's the same gap.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him to do that either. You know what I'm saying?
For me, that's worse. now I can probably deal with my younger child dating somebody old that
They just met.
they just met, but to you know, you auntie, you in the house, you at the cookouts, and now you sleeping. What the hell was going on with you all these? You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah, what was
now
you
I'm looking at
looking
what
at?
you
What you thinking about?
Are you a pedophile? You got some pedophile tendencies
He
going
was.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Little stinky, little bit.
You got some pedophile.
You know you
tendencies.
wrong.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, nah, that's.
We know
That's
case like
forbidden
that too,
love.
though.
But the
We
crazy
talking about
thing,
forbidden
the
love.
crazy
Forbidden
thing
love.
about it is that there are real life
Stories, yeah.
scenarios with people that this is
So I
their
just want to
story.
know.
So
I
that-
just
nah,
want to
that's-
know what people's
yeah.
thoughts are with
That's
that.
forbidden.
I want to
I'm
know
not
what
open to that. I have a
I want to know
problem
what your
with that.
thoughts are. I want to know what
Yeah.
the listeners' thoughts are. I'm not telling anybody's story, but I just want to know. I know that
Yeah.
exists.
That's
And so,
crazy
what
too.
do you think of that?
Don't
I mean,
bring it around me. And if you still live at home, that person, that pedophile, or that individual that you dealing with, they are not welcome in my place. But don't bring it around me. I don't have to like it. I don't have to, and I'm not gonna respect it if I don't see it. Don't bring that shit around me.
so you would,
that's
so your,
forbidden
so
love.
your child, you would tell them that, and you wouldn't accept that relationship.
That might be the only thing that I can say that I'm not willing to accept. And being a parent and all of the other topics that we have talked about and all of the other things that we have just kind of like had open conversation about, I'm really not open to that.
With the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
My
can't
thing-
bend with that.
My thing is that you just nasty. You just a nasty. So when little JoJo was over there in that pool, you was looking at him.
Yeah.
You had your eye on him.
I can't wait till we turn 18.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, that just
Right.
flat out nasty.
So
Y'all-
what
y'all-
about? Oh, go ahead. You had something
Y'all
on that
see
one, 'cause I
y'all
got-
see the news last week? Former teacher, she just got arrested. She's 31, and the kid is an adult now, but he was 14 when she
messing with him.
first started messing with him.
And that's my-
Where was these teachers at when we was going to school?
So this is my question, because I'm glad you said that. So we have, I'm gonna pose this. Because this kind of forbidden love. Have you ever anybody on the panel who had? Well, I'm gonna pose it to the man. Had a sugar mama, somebody that was older than you, years older than you.
Oh,
So, because that's like a backward scenario what we just talked
Well,
about. But it's a sugar mama. But I want to ask just the men.
oh well, look.
I could say no.
I
It's easy
had
no.
I had
Easy no
one.
for me.
She was she may have been 22 and I was 20. That was this.
She was
a regular person.
She was sugar mama
Why? Because she was 2
because
years
well,
older than you.
she bought me them Jordans. She paid the car note. Old boy had him.
I'm thinking 5 years
Yeah.
or more.
car note. Yeah, but yeah, I had a sugar mama too. And man, that chick got on my goddamn nerves.
What was
man.
the age gap?
2 years.
No,
No, he
not
said
that,
another
not
person.
that,
No,
not
somebody
that,
else.
not that.
Lord, you got sugar
think-
mamas. Larry
listen.
sleeping with his brother women. orgies and shit. Like, what is going on
I
with this
was-
loving like
I
that?
was. I was.
That's life growing up, baby. That's
yeah,
all. Life.
Yeah. I basically it was two. But the one I'm speaking on was the one I was about 23, and she was about 35.
So was she a sugar mama
Yeah.
or was she just somebody you was dealing with? I mean, because it's a difference.
She was a sugar mama. She chose me, and we was there. But the thing what made me start asking her for stuff was one day.
So you was asking them for
Damn
stuff.
right. My father told me to ask her. He said, "Man, you know this." Yeah, my father said, "Son, this lady is older than you. She has an agenda, and find out what her agenda is. If it's nothing more than what y'all doing, then you need to be getting something up out of her before she gets something up out of you." And I asked her, and she said, "Okay, no problem." And I kept on asking until I wore my welcome out. She said, "Look, goddammit." But yeah, I was dating a lot of older chicks between 17 and like 23.
So, and my question is, so I'm trying to figure out what is the difference in my scenario if you did it? What is the difference? And you ain't see nothing wrong with it.
That's not 21 to 55.
You still had it like, what was the oldest he
She
had?
was-
13 years, 14 years got?
10 years.
Well, I was 17. One of them was 28, and that was, and she was married too. But
So
look,
you had a
double
forbidden.
yeah, I did. But back to the question you posed, I'm not gonna see that. You know what I mean? It's just something I'm not gonna see. But I did have two sugar mamas in my life. You know what I mean? That
Okay.
Yeah.
B, we gonna go on to MB.
MB, you had a sugar mama.
Yeah, I guess.
You got one
she
now,
was-
don't
I
you?
guess. Yeah, I got one now.
I ain't no damn sugar.
Yeah, I was 17. I think she was like 24 or something.
Oh man.
And my mother couldn't stand it. Like my mother used to be so mad about it, and I ain't really understand it back then. But she did not like that woman to save her life. She came down there to the house one time. My mother was like, "She can't come in here." Like my mother, she did not like it
I used to
at
sneak them
all.
in the house.
Her name ain't begin with a T, did it?
Nah, Yeah, I was 17. She was 24, 25, something like that.
So no sugar mamas
Yeah, you young. Somebody manipulate whose mind he can manipulate.
Like yours.
Forbidden love. Yeah, it's
Forbidden love.
It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. People go through that every day. Yeah. What that lady saying on that song? If loving you is wrong,
I don't want to be right.
That's what your daughter or your son might say and tell you that. If loving him is wrong, I don't want to be right and stay out with my business.
Not my early 20 kids. Nope. I don't have no kids in their early 20s. You know what I'm saying? So these youngest ones, if they would say, "Dad, let me introduce you to my friend," and I'm like, "Who?" This lady over here with all this gray hair. And excuse me, ma'am, go ahead on home. Sir, go ahead on home. You ain't talking to mine. It's just-
Y'all can. I just really want y'all to know that y'all do not have control over. Okay, let me ask y'all this. Let's take this scenario out of it.
Right.
Because I really want you to understand that you do not have control over grown kids.
Nope.
I'm not saying.
I don't
No,
care
you don't.
what you
I don't
feel
care what
like
you
or
do.
what your
don't.
thought
They
is or
shouldn't
what
want
your
nothing. Yeah,
belief
that's
is.
true.
That's
At the
true.
end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do, whether
True.
you like it or not. So you
Absolutely.
gonna drive them away? or you gonna keep your mouth closed and let's accept what they,
What they do.
what they do.
They ain't killing nobody.
That's why you cannot control
I'ma
grown
speak-
kids.
I did not say I'm trying to control them. I just said
You are
I
trying to control
don't
if you telling them who they can and cannot love.
I
Love.
didn't say you can't.
You just don't want it around you.
I don't want it around me. And it's the thing about it. My personal thoughts on that. Again, I will be there to pick up the pieces. I will be there to pat your back or to console you when things don't work out. Because 9 times out of 10, it ain't gonna work out.
It ain't gonna work out.
And we know that, but
Use
it's
Regardless of
use
where
my
you
kid
at.
for their
It may not
But
work out.
but what Tony B say? Life is a lesson.
Life is a lesson.
They have to live their life. They
So
have to
that's
learn
why-
their
that's
lessons.
why I
like
asked
that's
your
what
parents.
we all
do.
But that's
what
thank you.
everything.
That's why
That's
I asked
the
your
reason why you
parents.
don't want it
I'm saying
around.
because
Go
I
ahead.
know it's so many things our kids go out here and get caught up in,
Yeah.
and we know the outcome of the situation.
Exactly.
Right.
We know it, but we sit back and we fall on the back end and say, you know what? I'm going to zip it. I'm not going to do or say anything about it. And at the end of the day, when the outcome of the situation is what we know it to be, all we can do is be there for them, right?
That's it.
Nobody up here saying that they're going to turn their back on their children. Nobody up here saying that they're going to disown their kids. But it's just where I'm not going to be receptive of. Don't bring that shit around me.
You said don't bring it.
It's nothing that a 60-year-old man could do for my 27-year-old daughter. It's
Shit.
nothing he could do for her other than
Shit.
lay pipe
Well, maybe
or
that's what
pay
she
a bill.
want. Maybe
It's
that's what she
nothing
want.
They have nothing in common. Nothing.
So I'm saying, and you
They got something in common.
What?
He laying pipe and he paying bill. That's the
Okay,
common.
but that's for the moment.
Well,
you in a relationship with the person
a lot
that you
of
with.
a lot of relationships is for the moment.
Hey, to each his own. Don't bring it around me. Do what you do. Do what you do outside the home.
and I get
and
that.
I'm
You
good
said
with
don't
that.
bring it
But
around
don't
you.
bring it around me.
Okay, and I get that. You
Or
but you
us.
no, okay.
Don't bring it over here.
Lady T, Lord, please let me get a word in. You said don't bring it around you. That's fine. I'm going to Brother B who's saying you gonna tell a person going about their business. That's not, and this is my opinion. And again, all of us on this panel have our opinions. That is not your place. If your child is grown,
How
you cannot tell somebody that your child's dealing with going about their business. That's not your call to break somebody up. You not in that relationship.
But I bet you they hear me loud and clear.
They can hear you loud and clear, but you are also putting your relationship with your child at risk too. And that's what that's the only thing I'm trying to say. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. That's relationship going to last. Because of course we know 9 times it's probably not. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to point out that that children, once they get of age, they make their own decisions.
True.
They have to learn from
I
their
agree.
own
True.
decisions.
I agree.
You cannot control
But
it.
how grown is any kid at 21?
How grown were you at 21 when you
Not
did the things that you
at
were?
all. Not at all.
Okay, but you still did what you wanted to do, correct?
Yeah, look at me. Made myself.
Okay, but you
Put
had to
myself
learn on
in
your own,
situations
right?
that you
Yeah.
really ain't
You had to learn
yeah.
on your own. That's
Right.
all I'm saying.
Right, but that's what I'm
nobody
saying.
couldn't have told you anything because they didn't at the time. Nobody told you you was
Right.
gonna do what you wanted to do.
Right.
That's with all of us when we were younger.
Right.
We felt like we knew what was right and we did it.
Exactly.
And we probably had people telling us, "Don't do that," or "You shouldn't do
But
that."
see, that's
but we did it.
That's the difference because we had people telling us don't. Excuse me. We had people telling us don't do that,
And we did it anyway.
And we did it anyway.
Yeah.
That's the same thing our kids will do today if it came to that. But if we can talk to them and give them some information, you know what I'm saying? Look, this ain't gonna end with nothing. Oh, okay, what are you just trying to have some fun here or something?
Right.
I would understand that more so for the boy than so for the 21-year-old girl.
But then aren't you just saying the same thing before you even go that close to me? See
Why?
that? Quite answer that. You just said the same thing I
Right.
said when we was our age and people was telling us, and you turn around and say, "But our kids, we gonna tell them."
But I'm gonna
the
tell
same
them no,
people
because
told
listen,
us.
ain't nobody tell me nothing. I had to make mistakes and learn on my own. So I'm not gonna allow. I'm gonna say and do everything in my power to keep my kids from going down the same road I went.
I
we
don't think
all will.
anybody on this planet would do any less than what you just said as parents.
But
I-
why would you let some 50-some-year-old
I'm not
woman
letting anything.
talk to
I know
your,
that
talk
once
to
my
your son?
I know that once my son or daughter is at a certain age and he's a man and the world considers him a man at 21, if that's something that he tells me, Mom, you need to fall back. Okay, roll your dice. You think you got it? Go ahead. That's what I have
Well,
to
maybe
do.
he might tell you that. You know what I'm saying?
And he won't tell you that.
So
I
that-
don't know why people think
So that
that
55, when she come over, what she gonna call you, Mom?
Right. He bringing some woman in older than you. Come on. Hey, how you doing, Mom? And what you gonna feel?
What can I say?
Well, you know what? I'll say it. She ain't coming in here. She won't be around me with that.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with an old dude. You know what I'm saying?
No
Oh,
Something that-
especially with
Yeah.
now I know. I mean, it's a little
Why is
different.
it a difference between men and
I
women?
don't know, but it is.
No,
but
it's
I
not.
would have. I
No,
would
it's
be
not. To me, it's not.
appalled. I would be furious if my daughter came home with a 55, 60-year-old
And
man.
you wouldn't be mad, furious if your son.
Right.
So I would
Same.
be furious, and I would still say to the point where like I don't see it to moving in a positive direction. But for a female in particular,
Right.
like I just feel some type of way about that. Like
I'm thinking the
looking at
same thing, and that's part of the problem with society now. We have too many gender rules. It's acceptable for men, but it's not acceptable for women. Because I will feel the same way whether it's my daughter or son.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because your child is your child. I shouldn't
Absolutely.
have any. It shouldn't be any more acceptance of me.
Because it's
If
a
I
boy.
have a
I
person
didn't
say
say
to
that
him,
I said it was
Right.
acceptable.
Well, you said.
I said that
well,
it
you
was,
said it.
I said that it would be.
Listen, and y'all
I just
know
look
this
at it
too.
to be
A
different.
lot of old dudes get with younger females, and it don't end up good for them sometimes. Sometimes, man, you know, I know an old dude that used to come in the barbershop was messing with this girl, and her family let her talk to him, and she ended up on drugs. You know what I'm saying? He was too old for her.
So you saying the man got her on drugs?
Some of them
man
the
did
same
all
age getting them on drugs.
Like I don't know if he put drugs on her, but he put her in an adult situation when she was. I don't even think that girl was. I think she was about 17 at the time.
Yeah, it's
You know what I'm saying?
exposure. It's
And-
like
and-
you
and-
doing some
Honey,
other.
let me tell you something. They exposed
Exactly.
right now
And I get that.
to
listen,
without a grown old man or woman in their
They
lives.
probably teach the old
They
heads
teaching them,
something.
yeah, because they sure teaching me something. Because
I'm not taking anything
some of the
away.
terms that I hear, yeah, you hear me have to say what that
I'm
mean?
not taking anything away from that. Everything you saying is valid. However, I just still feel like there are certain things that a male individual, if you're dealing with someone that's 5, 6 years younger than you, there's just a totally different exposure that you can give that individual that they may not, that it's time for them to have in life to see those
I
stages.
don't think so, because sometimes a younger person could be more
Whatever,
exposed.
Whatever, Elbrook.
right there.
Oh no,
Time
no,
in
not
life
you. I'm
for
just
them.
saying I'm a little warm.
I just think that it's certain. I mean, that's my take on it. It's just
Especially
But
when
you
it's-
can have some young kids who've been more exposed to life and things than the older person that they messing with. You never know. It's situations that
very, very slim to none.
Different strokes for different folks.
It is, but, you know.
will. I'm gonna go to the question of listener. Sorry, not the question.
Forbidden love.
Forbidden love.
Forbidden love.
I think everybody up here on this panel has some forbidden love, though,
I know I did.
when it comes to who felt like what was off limits
What was off limits?
or what shouldn't have been happening.
Yeah, we probably.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's any. Well, I ain't gonna say anybody in life, but all right. The question from a listener is: if you meet the person, if you marry the right person, should your life be easy, or is it going to be hard? Like, would it be easier? Would you have an easier marriage or a more challenging marriage if you marry the person that's right for you?
If that it must not be right for you if you got a whole lot of challenges.
No.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Well, challenges like what?
Anything easy, effortless.
You know, you
would
know
your marriage be effortless, or would it be like? Would you still have issues
I
if you married the person of your dreams or
I think if
the
you
right
marry
person?
the right person for you, it's gonna be hard because y'all still, trying to know. Y'all might be y'all just the right person, but y'all still trying to figure each other out, know things about each other.
Yeah.
So
And you still running. You still gonna have obstacles. You are under attack daily.
But wouldn't you know these things before you married that
Hell
person?
no.
So people don't get to know
Heck
people no more. They just dive right in.
Baby, when we talking about blended families, when we talking about in-laws, when we talking about boundaries that have been crossed, those are all obstacles that can come into your union being challenged. How you deal with it and learning is like what you learn from it. If that can make or break what you have.
It's a lot of other external
jobs,
things. I was about to say that can put a strain on
Habits,
relationships
addictions,
that don't
you know
have
what I'm saying?
anything to do with the person themselves.
Yeah, it's so much
That put challenges on marriages and relationships. So yeah, just being married to the right person does not
what
does not totally exclude
Make it
automatically make your life happy or exclude you from having unhappiness. No, I don't. I don't know. So the answer to that is no.
for you.
Period.
I said no too.
I would hope it makes my life easier. I mean, I don't know if it would, but I would hope if I married the person of my dreams and I would hope, yes.
Hope. Hope.
I'm gonna say yes.
Keep hope alive.
Yes.
What about you?
I was gonna ask you, but I don't think it's gonna make your life. And I'm not gonna sit here and repeat everything Lady T and Baby will say, but I do not think your life is easier because you picked the right person. Because again, marriage is
Work.
work. We say that all the time, right? It takes time. It takes, communication. You gonna have that. No two people, and I don't care what nobody say. If you're married or you're in a relationship, nobody has that. They just don't argue. They just get along all the time. That's bullshit. Because every two people not going to agree all the time. You going to have an opinion. I'm going to have an opinion. You agree to disagree, and you move on with life. That's about learning how to, I guess, just
Navigate
life together. So I don't think it's going to be easy and effortless. No, you're going to have challenges. The thing is how you deal with those challenges.
But it don't mean you don't have the right person.
And what is the right person consist of?
Lord, we don't know.
I mean, I'm not asking the question. I'm just throwing that out there. Who is what? I always feel or have always have felt that you're not going to get the perfect package. It's going to be.
I have the right person. I have
No,
the
but
right
They ain't got nothing to do with
you
that.
speak for
But
yourself.
I'm
ain't
just
got nothing to do
you
with
not
the
gonna
right
get
person.
okay. Another
I
topic.
feel like I got the right person.
You got the right person when it comes to what it is that you have made in your mind to convince you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
However
leave
she
that
wanna-
one alone.
however she want to spend
I don't
it,
think
this
it's
is the
in your
right person
mind.
for me.
Okay.
I don't think it's in mine. I think it's
Everybody got flaws. We're
So he's not the
Lord,
right
have
person for
mercy.
you.
That's basically what she's saying.
So
man.
is he not?
Said that.
Is
He
he?
got his flaws.
But is he the right
That's-
person
that's
for
what
you?
He got
you
his
just said.
flaws.
Is he the right person for you? Yes or no?
We all
It's
have
yes or no.
flaws.
We
It sound like you might not be the right person, brother.
That's
B.
what you. That's what it sounds
That's
like.
Brother Mike. That's
MB,
Brother Mike.
MB.
That's what it sounds like.
We all have flaws.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
because you ain't. Everybody got flaws, so don't make it seem like you this perfect person.
I never said I
I'm on
was.
point with this. I'm on point. No, might have the right person. Like I said, it's all about working. Where y'all growing to? Do you have my back when I come to you with this? I got this thing on my mind, and I'm thinking about venturing out. Is you gonna encourage me or you gonna shut me down? That's how you know you got the right person. You got a person that's gonna encourage you when you come with ideas and be like, yeah, it might not
Wait a
be the
minute,
best
wait a
one.
minute, because
Let me finish.
some
It
shit
might
is
not
bullshit
be,
now.
It might
That-
not be the best one, but you not gonna just shut it down.
I got you.
gonna
I
still
feel you.
sit
I'm just-
down
I'm just
and have
throwing
that
a little salt on
conversation
that,
with 'em.
'cause-
just flat out just cut it out.
Yeah.
That's how you know you got the right person. They gonna back you regardless of whatever the situation is.
I don't know about that.
You ain't back me because you ain't take care of your responsibilities. And on that note, I had to lean on
A lean on me moment.
So I think that's a wrap for us. If you aren't following us on our social platforms, please make sure you following us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and like and share this podcast with a friend. That was
Or
like
family
real,
member.
like,
Or family member.
or a family member.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Family member, friend, cousin,
Somebody.
And
forbidden,
send us your
forbidden
listeners,
lover,
Yeah, forbidden lovers,
old boyfriend,
old
sugar daddy,
girlfriend.
sugar mama.
Love who you gonna love regardless of what they say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And send us your
Have no
questions
mind. As long as you happy.
on social
That's
media. If
the
you
deal.
have a question you want us to answer, send
Send
it
it
to
to
us.
us.
All right, family. Until on that note.
Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.